Hello, everybody, and welcome to the most important show you'll ever see. Welcome back to Season 3 of NNN News, your only source for truth, tenacity, and truth. As always, I'm joined by my friend and co-host, Neville Croft.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to this Real Ravenous and Raw podcast. Today we are joined by our friend Trucker Andy.
Wow, and I am very excited to have Trucker Andy. Well, without further ado, I think we should just get straight into the Trucker Andy interview. Hey, Andy, welcome. How you feeling?
Howdy, y'all. Oh my gosh, it's been one heck of a, few set of weeks. So lately I've realized that there's been a trucker shortage.
And,
And
and you decided to get right on it.
I decided to hop in and get my first Tesla truck, as you can see there.
I was going to ask, is that's a brand new Tesla?
This is the brand new Tesla truck, and it's
Wow.
self-driving. So all I gotta do is sit in the middle, and it gives me time to pull out my iPad and read the news.
Interesting. Self-driving. That gets me right into my first question here, actually.
Okay.
Do you know where you're driving most of the time, or do you just kind of let it go? And let it kind of follow the person in front of you?
Well, I'm still new to the road, and I haven't even made my first delivery yet. We're working on it. See, and to answer your question, no, I don't know where we're going, but I know where it is. It's somewhere new, and I'm sure I'll understand where I'm going
Once you get there.
after a while.
Wow.
But no, I just kind of let the truck do its own thing. If you don't trust your EV to take you somewhere that you've never been, then don't get an EV.
Wow. And you're throwing out some real trucker terms for us. EV. I mean,
Right,
you'd have to be
EV. So
trucker-
EV is
trucker
an
to know what that
electric
means.
vehicle. Yeah.
Wow.
Wow,
That's amazing.
that's incredible.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and I'm making a heck of a lot more money than I did in my lawyer gig. I'll tell you that.
Wow. Well, Nev, do you have any questions?
Yeah, I mean, one of the questions I want to ask is, Andy, obviously you're in the whole truck business now.
Right.
So tell us, what's more deadly, cow farts or truck fumes?
Good question.
Well, I would definitely say that both of them are like 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10, very deadly fumes. My Tesla EV truck, which you can get for around 160,000 US dollars right now,
Wow.
has no fumes.
Wow.
So I haven't measured any other trucks, but I see these guys come out of their trucks and they look like they've been breathing in all that carbon monoxide, and you can kind of see in their, I don't know, they just don't look like they're the healthiest they could be. I'm
Yeah.
probably one of the healthier looking
You look
truck
very
drivers.
healthy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you. Yeah,
I mean,
and
look, that
I
mask
wear
as
my
well.
mask. Yeah, I
Yeah.
wear my mask. You have to wear your mask in the truck because you don't want to get coronavirus when you're making deliveries.
Yeah.
Do we still call it that, by the way? Corona?
I
Someone-
think we had to change. I think it was changed to the COVID.
COVID. Someone in the, yeah, I remember. So someone in the, at the 7-Eleven said it was the dang coronavirus
They called
or
it
something.
the
So
yeah. I think
yeah.
I think they
So
need to update the terminology at the 7-Eleven.
right. Yeah.
Maybe we could give them a citation or something.
Yeah.
Isn't it the Omnitrix now or something? Or was it Omnitrix variant?
Yeah, I think we're on
Yeah,
to the Omnitrix.
There's a couple of variants going on.
Yeah, we're definitely up there. I got. Speaking about who's gonna pay for this, I have to wonder here. Have you heard about these journalists who have had severe emotional damage due to all this truck honking? Now,
Yes.
is this
Yeah.
Are you involved with this, Andy? I know you're a trucker, but you're not part of this Canadian
Well,
truck thing, are you?
Well, I haven't made my first delivery, but I made my first trip to see what was going on at those trucker protests, and I can tell you, there's so much phantom honking going on, and so many things that's harming just the innocent people that live there.
So-
And I don't blame them. So I got a truck just so I can say I stand with the people in protest of the truckers.
That's
I got a
amazing.
truck without the horn.
Wow. I'm so.
That's jazz hands.
Yep.
That's amazing, Andy.
No horn, and I don't need it.
Every trucker would take that step. I mean, I think we would finally be able to cure all the PTSD that people in big cities are having right now.
Yes.
Because that's real fear, guys. That's real fear.
Yes. And I'll never need it because my truck drives for me and it doesn't make any mistakes.
Beautiful.
What little old me gonna need a horn for?
Exactly.
All right. Moving on to the next question. Andy, would you still describe yourself as a Biden boy after all these years?
Oh, darn tootin' be a big Biden boy around these parts. And I drive through Texas. I drive through. Right now, I'm in New Mexico right now, and I think all the truckers around me are Biden boys. So I always give them a thumbs up. And
Yeah. I gotta ask, because you're trucking a lot. You must see those Biden stickers everywhere.
Yeah,
the-
yeah.
this
Also,
are those support stickers? I haven't really been able to figure it out. Are those to show support? Do you know?
I think so. People put the Biden sticker, like I said, like you go to Texas, New Mexico, Oklahoma, you see all these Biden stickers all in the gas tanks
Mm-hmm.
there, and gas is really cheap there in Texas and all those other southern states.
Wow. Wow.
I see Biden stickers all over them.
That's amazing. You know,
Wow.
I gotta ask here. So like you said, you're not part of this whole Canadian truck craziness. What are these people?
No, no.
What's this people's big deal about this vaccine? I mean, it's just one or two or three
It's
shots.
just one vaccine. I got shot already.
Mm-hmm.
I got let's see, about 4 or 5 shots or something. I got all of them, and I'm just fine.
I mean, you seem fully boosted.
I seem fine.
Yeah.
Totally.
Ask anybody, and they say that it's just
Lawyer Andy, fine.
Well, we not lawyer right now, but maybe a trucker
Sorry,
lawyer
yeah,
eventually.
a trucker Andy, fine.
But hopefully I don't get myself in any lawsuits. But
So I mean, was your bar license wasn't taken away, was it, Andy?
no.
No.
I passed it.
Okay.
And, so I did the bar. I did the bar exam. I'll say that.
Okay.
I did the bar exam. Yeah.
It's on the record.
I can go back to it's on the record, and I can go back to it anytime I want to.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
Well,
if I want to go back to lawyering, or I can do it.
Wow. Nev, one of your masks is falling off. Sorry to be the one to tell you that.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
I think you might have a question about that, Nev. You skipped
I'm
over.
gonna have to keep this here as like a precaution
Can you
mask.
drink water through your mask or no?
I think you can.
Try it, see if it works.
Give it a shot.
Well, I can't do it, and I want the mask that has like that lets you do it, because I've been nope. See, I can't.
No.
Wow, that's
thirsty.
disappointing.
What am I gonna do?
Just
don't
try
take the
dumping
mask
it on
off.
your head and letting it like absorb.
Why don't you like pull the mask back and then try and stick some down?
That,
Yeah,
see, that looks very.
yeah.
And you can do that while you're driving too, right? So you wear the mask. You might wear the mask on long hauls, right? While you're trucking.
I was able. No, I always wear the mask. I wear the mask even when I get out of the truck, even when I'm in the bathroom, when I'm in the motel room, or I mean, I sleep in here most of the time. But
Wow. I think Nev has a question about the mask that he forgot to ask.
In terms of masks, Andy, what do you believe that the optimum number of masks is required to stop the spread?
I think the CDC recommends. Isn't it one pair of pantyhose and then 2 masks?
I don't have the pantyhose. I think it was just. I don't know the pantyhose part.
Look it up. No, they recommend the pantyhose. It's better protection for you. It seals. You don't know what I'm talking about? It's not weird. It's science. It's not weird. You get the best seal out of it. Look up a pantyhose mask.
I'm seeing. Yeah. Wow. I hadn't heard that before.
Yep. So you want one of those, but you want 2 masks first. Then you put the pantyhose over, so it just stays.
Wow.
That's the best protection that you can possibly get from COVID.
That's great. Well, I think I know kind of from your answer already, but do you trust the science, Andy? It seems like you do.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we've been trusting the science here for many years now, and science has brought in many. I mean, if I didn't trust the science, I wouldn't be here in this truck. So science.
Yeah.
You should believe in science no matter what.
Keep in mind,
You'd
guys,
probably be dead if you didn't trust the
keep in mind,
science.
it was science that made that truck. All right.
Science made this truck. It wasn't a single person. It was the concept of science, and you need
it was
to believe
science,
in it.
and if you don't believe in science, you're essentially saying, "Hey, you made this truck for me, but I don't care." And how is that nice? I mean, if somebody made a truck for you and they were like, you'd be WTF if they were like, I don't care.
I wouldn't be in that truck if they didn't believe in science and they made some sort of shady truck that ran on motor oil and what else? Gas, diesel. Oh, diesel. Yeah, that's what they call it. I've seen diesel at the gas station a couple of times. That's what you're supposed to use if you have one of those like kind of radical trucks.
Yeah.
Wow, that sounds dangerous.
That does
these
sound dangerous.
radical drivers drive.
They should start making trucks where you get like plants, and then you use the plants to like eco-friendly power the truck.
That would be beautiful. Or I've always thought solar-powered trucks would just work because I'm always out in the sun.
Yeah.
I don't
Maybe
know why
ones with little wind turbines on as well.
Or wind turbine, and the wind
Yeah.
can push you and push the truck actually.
Wow. I
Yeah,
mean, with this group of intellectuals, I really think we're going to be able to solve the energy crisis any day now.
yeah.
Yeah. Just let me get a couple of $1,000 here
Hmm.
from these gigs, and I can start funding our projects.
For
But
sure, for
Wow.
sure. I,
Um,
you had a
I was
perpetual motion machine you were working on, Andy, right? How's that?
yes, yeah. So
It
it's
keeps
a
on moving. It's producing infinite energy. Is that what you're saying?
yeah. So it's you know, it's a lot of like friction and motions, and you just yeah, it's sort of like an exertion of energy, but like at the same time you're getting energy out of it.
That's
So
amazing.
wow.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to run
Onto
over your very important question now.
well, honestly, Norm, it is a very important one,
It's
and
probably the most
arguably
important
the
question we're
most
going to ask tonight.
difficult. Yeah. So this is the hardest one you get tonight, Andy. So,
Are you ready?
uh-huh.
what is your
Oh,
favorite flavor of ice cream? Now we know that's a tough one. Not easy.
oh, oh
Asking the
man.
hard-hitting questions
I
now.
know.
Let me think. I like the Neapolitan ice cream. I think
Hmm.
Okay.
it's a
Good choice.
nice blend of. It's probably the most multicult. Well, yeah, because milk has cultures in it, so
Hmm.
it is
Yeah.
multicultural.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
beautiful. That's the
Yeah.
most beautiful ice cream I can think of.
Wow. That's
Incredible.
amazing. Is COVID over? I think I might know the
No,
answer to this
no,
one. No.
COVID's not going to be over for a long, long time. Not until everybody gets vaccinated. So no, it's not over.
And
Wow.
sadly, it seems like we're not going to get everybody vaccinated till we just go around and do it by hand.
Well, they're going door to door, and they're going to start
Good.
coaxing people
Good.
into it, and start, hey, we'll give you $50 if you
Hmm.
take this.
Yeah, I've been seeing those vaccine bonuses are great. I think that's really going to convince people. Yeah,
Yeah, that's why I have like 7 of them. Is because they keep on offering me like $200 per thing.
or like free Whoppers.
Hmm.
Uh huh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same thing. Yeah.
All right. On to the next question. Obviously, we've
Okay.
had International Women's Day recently. How did you
Hmm.
celebrate that, Andy?
Well, I always think about my favorite. Well, one of my favorite women of all time is
Hmm.
she ran a great medical company, and so I was just kind of thinking about her and writing a report on it. Her name is please don't look into her name with malicious intent.
Hmm.
Yeah.
It was a bunch of angry white men that got pissed at her and started to sue her, and it was definitely a case of malpractice by lawyers.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
Elizabeth Holmes. She's probably my biggest idol, and
Wow.
so I like to look into her story, and
Wow.
she's probably the bravest I've
Woman.
ever seen on a stage. So anyway, yeah,
Well,
I think about her whenever Women's Day comes up.
well, that's great.
Truly inspiring.
That is truly inspiring.
Yeah.
I'm gonna skip over the next question because you're wearing a mask, which is good. I gotta ask, what do you
Well, what
think
is
of?
the question?
Well, the question was, did you realize that by not wearing a mask, and this was put out to all the haters out there, that you're
Okay.
actually more deadly than any nuclear ordinance?
Oh, well, yeah. That's why I'm wearing it. Yeah. So, like you said, yeah, of course.
Yeah,
I don't want to get people's family members sick.
of course, of course. Now,
And
now the next
this
question.
thing contains droplets
Hmm.
really well. I can't even drink out of it. So,
That's true. I mean, we've proven that it works. It's at least 99% effective against water droplets.
hmm oh yeah.
Now,
I was able to get to sneak some through, but
mhm,
not
mhm.
all. It was doing its job.
Yeah, where do you stand on the whole Russia-Ukraine conflict?
Oh, well, I've been saying this for years since
Hmm.
like 2016. We got to get those Russians, and I don't care how we do it, but we got to get them because they were meddling with us
Yep.
for years and years on end. And then the whole Trump thing. I don't know how that guy got elected, but
Yeah, that guy sucked.
any chance we can get, let's take our revenge on him. Let's
Wow.
go in
I
there
mean,
and show him who's.
if you really think about it, when Trump was in office, Russia didn't invade anyone. They didn't invade Ukraine or
No,
anything.
Hmm.
that
Why do you
tells you
think
that they
that
were in
was?
cahoots with each
Hmm.
other.
Yeah.
Look at it. I mean, that is the truth, guys. And,
Hmm.
and we have some articles we're going to get to during the show today to talk about it, but it's pretty obvious. Trump and Putin, simpatico.
Yeah.
And now, Nev, I think the last question you can ask,
Yeah. Okay. So the last and final
and
question,
this is a
Andy, is
hypothetical, the real thinker.
okay. All right. So if you saw a big red button that said "nuke the world," would you press it?
Um, would I press it? Um, Yeah, sure. Why not? I don't know what it's gonna do.
All right.
Wow.
I mean, these are the sort of things you only get here on NNN News. That's,
Yeah.
I think at least you're courageous to take a chance in life,
Yeah, it's
Andy?
just a button. You just push it.
I think the world would be a better place if we had more people like you who were willing to take a chance.
Yeah,
Taking the risk.
this world is lacking a lot of thinkers out there, and so
Yeah.
I do wish that people would start reading when they're on the road, or things like that. Not all these truckers, they're all
Yeah,
chewing.
come on, guys, read the road.
They're all chewing something, and what are they doing? They're talking on the radio. 10-4.
10-4,
Hey,
little doggy. What does that
hey,
even mean?
Chucky, I'm driving down the 267 right now. 10-9.
Wow.
That's all they do.
Are
Why
those
don't they
real
just read it?
codes?
10-4 is a real code. 10-4 is a real code. It goes all the way up to 25, but there's some fake ones in there. Like I think 10-13 or 10-14 is a fake one, and that basically means you're a shitty truck driver because you don't know
Did you
that's
put
a
in the
fake
fake
one.
one? All right.
Yeah. You want to go over these codes real quick? 10-4 code.
Sure. We'll do a
That
couple quick codes.
So
We'll educate the viewers.
If I were to say affirmative in trucker code,
Yeah. Like
that's
affirmative
10-4.
action? Is that good?
Yeah, in a way. So in a way, this is a lot of affirmative action.
Oh.
So 10-4 means acknowledgement, means saying okay. So
Wow.
if this was a radio talk with you guys, I'd say, hey there, Trucker Andy here, and I hear you loud and clear, 10-4.
I think it's so great that truckers acknowledge each other's genders regularly with like 10-4 and stuff like that.
They do,
It's
yeah.
like I'm acknowledging your transgender identity. It's great to be
very
acknowledged.
brave.
Yes.
Yes.
And then here's one that someone told me, and it came in very helpful. This is a 1081. That's a breathalyzer. So someone told me, hey, Trucker Andy, 1081 coming up 5 minutes on the 176.
That means it's
That guy saved my life. That guy saved me.
Wow.
I mean, the more you know, guys.
If he didn't call it that 1081, oh man, I would have been in trouble.
Yeah.
I'll just say that much. I'm not going to admit to anything.
Real trouble.
I would have been in trouble.
Now, speaking of trouble,
as a lawyer, you're not supposed to do stuff like that as a lawyer.
Totally. Speaking of trouble here, have you heard about the trouble they're having in Ottawa? I mean, these journalists are being absolutely beaten into the ground by this phantom honking.
Any chance they get, they just try to beat the crap out of these brave journalists, and it's so sickening.
And people they're saying this is a temporary symptom. Don't worry about it. But look I mean, this guy is stuck out in the cold. What are your suggestions for these people, Andy, that hear the phantom honking? What are you to do?
Well, I will get it. Well, I got a pair of headphones right now.
Yeah.
Because I was there only for like an hour or two, and I heard it, and so I've been wearing these headphones ever since, just to kind of filter everything out.
Yeah,
in case
I would do the same thing.
So headphones. Should the government be providing honk-free, sound-safe spaces? For the people to recover. You think?
Yeah, I think so. They should be providing stuff like that.
They should do like free therapy sessions as well.
Massages.
Massages. I mean, how dare these honkies do this?
Yeah, that's what we were calling them.
Yeah, exactly.
It's really funny how the English language works, but we didn't call them that out of a racism.
No,
standpoint.
it's just what they were in that situation.
That is what they are. They're just a bunch of. I'm not going to say the word, but they are by definition that slur. It's disgusting.
Yeah, and I want to say our next story is actually not disgusting. It's actually beautiful, as the female body always is. There's a petition to launch a vulva-shaped spaceship. And I'm so excited. Wow. I mean, far too long as the sky has been a place only for, phallus-shaped objects in craft.
Well, where can we sign up for this now?
Yeah, spaceship shapes have always kind of disturbed me.
Let me look through the article and see if they have a place where we can get on board here.
Yeah, we've got to sign this.
They don't seem to be selling tickets for some reason.
Tickets for what?
Onto the Volvo rocket.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
We need to get front row seats.
Well, let's let the women go on there first.
Yeah, that's true.
We've had our time we've had since what, the 1960s, 1945, or 65.
Yeah,
probably all throughout the 80s and 90s.
My wonder here though is, what's a non-binary rocket going to be shaped like? You know, when they
Oh.
get
We don't
that.
know because we haven't seen it, but that's going to be the bravest of them all.
It really is. I mean,
Yeah.
any speculations about the shape for the non-binary rocket?
Maybe a mix
Um,
of a vulva and something phallic, perhaps?
Oh,
Like a
yeah, it might
blend?
could
be like
be.
a circle. It might be a circle with like a little tip at the end of it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like a. Do I have like a pencil? Yeah, I do. Like a.
Let's see if we can get it. Yeah, zoom in.
Well,
Sorry about that. Like that. That's what.
Wow.
I think that's what the shape of it is.
That's inspiring, Andy. Thank you. That wow. You know, to keep this thing going. You know, we have some more good news actually. To be honest with
Oh,
you.
good. Oh, okay.
Although I think I may have got the article slightly mixed up in length, so I actually don't think it's good news. To be honest with you,
Okay.
oh, that's disappointing.
uh, as Russia pushes into the heart of Mariupol, Ukraine Zelensky urges talks with Putin. I mean, what do you think he wants to talk about?
Knowing Putin,
You think it's
probably
about the
wants.
war?
No, he's probably just gonna talk about sports the whole time and then threaten to bomb a country by the end of it.
You know, I
Yeah,
think Zelensky needs to bring up the lack of masks that the Russian soldiers are wearing.
that's a good
Yeah,
point,
every
Nev.
time I see a photo of those Russians, that none of them wear masks.
Hmm.
So they're just
Yeah,
trying to get everybody sick or something, or what?
Well,
yeah,
I think it's highly possible this is part of their battle strategy. You know, they realize COVID is a far more deadly weapon than any war could ever produce. You know.
yeah. Like, they're really not trying at all to stop
Don't
the
they
spread
understand
of
they're just
this.
killing themselves?
Yeah, I totally. I don't know why they don't just you know finally give up with all the fighting here.
They don't they don't figure that they're gonna kill themselves and their families if they don't mask.
Yeah, I really think they need to consider the dangers of not masking. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
Yeah, you.
What are they?
But why do we? But we shouldn't care about it either. If we're trying to beat the
Hmm.
Russians, let them commit
No, but you
this
got to think about it. It affects the
self.
Ukrainians too, right? Because they could be
mm,
Oh,
trying to
because they're
spread
at
it.
war with them.
Hmm. I know there's a lot of aspects here.
Because they were just breathing out. They must be breathing out these like fumes once they enter the border for the Ukrainians.
I mean, yeah, they're breathing off COVID fumes. It's very dangerous. It's very, very dangerous.
Yeah.
The next website wants me to pay for a 4-week free trial. I'm not going to do that, but
Oh, don't do that. Just inspect the element, and then you can see the
I'm
body.
I'm expecting it visually.
Okay.
So
Okay. You're
it's
expecting it.
so
Okay.
Senate plan for savings time faces doubt in. The middle part of that headline was covered, but from what I can recall, this article was about apparently they're going to get rid of daylight savings time. And what do you guys think? I was kind of annoyed when the clocks changed.
So where is
but
that extra hour gonna go?
yeah. What happens to that daylight? Where does it go? Just
I
dissipate?
don't know. I'm thinking they're just going to make more hours. I've been saying for years they just need to put more hours in every day. So I think they're just going to do that.
Well, this is just gonna be a logistical nightmare because that daylight savings day is still gonna happen, but what we're all just gonna be offset by an hour?
I guess
I don't get it.
maybe we give a couple extra hours. You bring up a good point. I mean, there's going to be a lot of work to get us out of this here.
There's gonna be a lot of confusion.
Uh huh. For sure. I
So was the last one that we had? Is that the last one?
apparent was according to some people in Congress, that's what they want. But like you said, how are we going to? You know, are we now going to be behind an hour forever?
Oh, I don't
No.
know.
I feel like we have to move it forward 1 hour at least.
I mean, you have an extra hour of your life, though.
Oh, that's good. Yeah,
Why
I
did
don't
they
know why
even
they don't just
implement
make.
it in the first place?
You know, I think it was the Nazis. That's why they want to get rid of it.
Probably.
I read that somewhere on BuzzFeed. So, highly possible, I think.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Some of these people in Congress.
Yeah. Now the next thing is a quote from Biden. This obviously came around St. Pat. Did you celebrate St. Patrick's Day, Andy?
No, I don't celebrate holidays that have
Racial
disgusting
undertones.
historical, ethnic under. Yeah, I don't do any of that stuff.
Yeah, I understand. So, you know, to celebrate St. Patrick's Day, Biden said something that people are saying is a little coarse. He said, "I may be Irish, but I'm not stupid." I mean,
well,
you
he's
can tell
right
he
about
kisses
that
blindly
one.
stone. Yeah.
Well, no, there's a couple of things. First of all, he's not Irish. Second of all, he's not stupid. What's the issue?
Yeah.
What's the actual issue
See,
with
this is
that?
a classic case of people misunderstanding Biden's complex wit.
Wait, he
Yeah.
said he is or he isn't Irish?
He's okay. Well, no, he says, "I may be Irish, but I'm not stupid."
Oh,
Well, he
well,
said he
if
may
he's
be. He didn't say he is.
Yeah, he did. But that's true.
Okay.
He did not give
And he's not.
definite
And he's saying he's not
confirmation.
stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I
And
don't see
that's
the
for
issue
sure.
anyway. I mean, you can't be racist against Irish people. The
So
white.
what? Now
So.
that who's is those stupid Trump MAGA supporters trying to cancel him now or what?
Oh, I don't even know. That's what I wanted to ask you about, Andy. Can you even commit hate crimes towards the Irish?
Uh, no, not by legal definition. No,
Okay.
no, not even in the how do you say that word? Colloquial sense.
Not even the
You can't even do
colloquial
it.
sense, huh?
Yeah, I just learned that word the other day. You can't
Is
even.
that like coitus? Are those related?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
It might be the same root word.
Yeah, if you're getting
It's English.
colloquially,
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's not that's not something you can do.
Yeah, well, that's good to know actually. Yeah,
Because they can't receive hate. So how can they get a hate crime?
wow.
Yeah.
We're learning something new every single day. And you
Yeah.
know where I learned the most new things?
Wow.
From the great nation of China. China once
Oh,
again
yeah.
I love China.
China once again has blessed us with an amazing piece of news.
Oh, good.
Chinese officials are calling
Thank you, China.
Russia sanctions increasingly "quote unquote" outrageous. And I got to say, these Chinese officials have the right idea. I mean, don't you agree, Andy?
Yes, they do. And I just saw Nev do jazz hands for China, and just letting you know that's some cultural appropriation right there. You're supposed to
Oh.
clasp
Oh,
your
okay.
hands together.
Yes. Everybody remember. Yeah, Nev, we had the meeting, right?
Now.
I'm so sorry. Forgive
Yes.
me.
Nev,
There
don't
we
you remember
go.
the meeting where we're supposed to bow now between every, okay.
Oh, I can't believe I forgot that. I mean,
Jazz hands is just a little bit too loud and noisy.
Yeah.
yeah.
Visually noisy.
Russia,
so.
Yeah.
what's coming next here for Russia? Are they going to be non-binary? Why are people not being more sympathetic to the issues of bi-POC nations like China?
I don't know. I probably due to racism.
Wow.
I don't talk to these people on a day-to-day basis. If I were to talk to some of these truckers in their trucks, because they're the ones that carry these opinions the most, they're just all bigots.
If you could
Yeah.
write one sign on the side of your truck to solve racism, what would it be? Sorry to hit you with a hard question like that.
But before the election, it was Biden Harris.
That definitely solves it.
Nowadays, well, probably a picture just Xi Jinping.
Oh, our great leader.
That might do
That's
it.
a good choice.
And a Black Lives Matter fist.
You know what I love?
That'd be a good one too.
You know what I love about Xi Jinping? Xi Jinping would.
I mean, there's so many things to love about him.
So many things. But he would never let a monster like Kim Davis violate the rights of his people.
No, not at all.
Totally WTF. Yeah. I mean, I got to ask you this, Andy. I know you're not a lawyer anymore, but you still have some legal understanding, right?
I still have some stuff. I still remember some of the stuff I
So
used to.
I remember there was a
study.
law I read about called like an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. So does that mean we get to break up a couple gay people's marriages because of this Kim Davis thing?
Hopefully not, because I think those type of marriages are some of the best. Those are like the backbone of the United
Oh, did I
States.
say gay? I
and
meant
of other
straight.
countries.
I meant straight.
No,
people.
mine was really kind of.
I just said, I just had an
trembling for a
internal.
moment
I just
there.
said,
Oh, we gotta break those marriages apart as quickly as we can.
yeah, really big F up on my part there.
Oh yeah.
Of course, I didn't mean we wanted to. I mean, I love gay people.
Well, you say that now, but I don't know.
Many of my best friends are gay. I mean, like Nev and
Well, I'm gray sexual.
Yeah, you certainly
There's a
love gay
difference.
people. Yeah. I mean, I don't see a problem with it.
Yeah, I don't know either. I also wonder, why are they putting gay couples half in quotes in this headline? It has a little quote mark after couples, right?
That might be like a 4chan type quote thing. Where
Yeah.
They're trying to make
It's
trying
like a
to use
hate quote.
quotes to make.
This
It's a
could-
hate quote.
This could
Probably
be. You're
is.
telling me this could be a partial hate quote after the S there.
Oh, yeah, I would say it's 100% a hate quote. I would just ignore the article.
That's scary. I don't know. I thought the Guardian was a good website. Yeah, I didn't know
Well,
We need
they
to
did
get the interns to
don't they
recheck
allow
their articles.
editorials in from dubious sources?
Oh wow, I think you might be right. I have heard that. I have heard of some dubious
I don't know.
editorials. Maybe some Trump supporters got through. Speaking of getting through, apparently the bird flu, different from COVID-19, different flu, is going
Uh-huh.
crazy right now with the chickens. And I'm wondering, who are going to get these chickens masks? Why are they
Will we
not
give
wearing
the chickens
masks?
vaccines?
That's a good question.
I think that's all you need to do because the chickens, they might take off they don't have ears. They can't really put a mask on. They don't
How?
have
Maybe you
hands
can get
either.
one that kind of clips onto their beak or something.
Yeah, I'm trying to think how we can get the chickens to stay in their masks. Has anyone told Fauci about this? I could.
No, I haven't seen him in the news in a long, long time, so I
That's
don't know
scary.
what he's been up to. Hopefully, he's doing okay. But as far as the chickens go, um, we how would you do the mask thing? Because they don't have.
I'm thinking like,
I don't think chickens have hands,
so
and
how do you
they
get them
don't
to put
have.
on masks that don't have hands?
You know with dogs how you put those like
Like
muzzle
muzzles
things
on
on? You
them?
can put like a
You want to
muzzle on
put
a chicken, like but a mask.
That would be comfortable. And if it's going to
Yeah.
stop the spread of the disease,
Yeah, it would stop the spread.
isn't that the most
Well,
important thing, Andy? That
can
we
they
stop the
take it
spread?
off? How do they take it off to eat?
They don't take it off.
Okay, well
It's
maybe it'll
perfectly
work.
natural, I think. Now,
Yeah.
Neb, this one is of great interest to you. The U.S. has finally released a Crown Act that would end hair-based discrimination, Neb. So you can
Wow,
finally
it's about time. I've been waiting for
Hair
this.
based. So like
discrimination.
colors of hair or like what your hair looks
Yeah,
like or
different hair
what?
designs. So now you can have your hair look whatever you like. You can have
Yeah,
purple
does
hair.
this mean that people are banned from laughing at me in the streets now?
That is true, Neb. Now, if anybody laughs at you,
Oh,
you are
thank
able to
goodness.
call
I
the
can go
police.
outside again.
Someone was laughing at you for your hair?
I
Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, look at these locks, Andy. Look at them.
and
They're
it's
beautiful. Those are some
Yeah,
losers that were laughing at you.
yeah.
I never understood why people don't like your hair, Neb. I mean, it's flowy, it's
Yeah,
natural.
look at it. It's
Yeah, it's a nice
beautiful. It's
color.
natural.
I,
Yeah, it's just
I
incredible.
was gonna say the only thing we need next is a law that bans white people from having dreads, and then we'll really have
Yeah,
equality.
yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, that's far more embarrassing than these luscious locks.
Totally. So,
Yeah.
Andy, are you gonna do any hairstyles to celebrate this new law? Maybe,
I'm thinking
maybe you could
about.
do a rat
I
tail.
might get the one because I got some long hair
Uh huh.
now. I'm gonna probably do the one where I shave the sides of it and I just leave like I kind of do like a mohawk thing.
Ah,
Wow.
I think yeah, because stuff like that is in now. Like if you look, if you watch, you ever hear this game? It's called
Fortnite?
Cyberpunk
Cyber.
seven
Is that the one? Is that the
seven twenty
one with?
seven.
Is that the one with the guy from the movie with the computers? Do you know what I'm talking about? The computer movie
No, you're
guy.
thinking of another guy that was in a different movie. But
Yeah, I'm thinking of the guy who was
it's
in
one of the movies.
the computer.
So in the Cyberpunk game, they have crazy hair. They have like metal plates
Yeah.
stitched to the head, and they shave it, and it's what the Zoomers are doing nowadays. So I can do it.
So
So
you're
I
gonna
can
dress up all cyberpunk styles? What you telling
yeah
me?
shave my head and then get like a foot long mohawk.
Wow.
wow.
I'm.
That'll be beautiful.
It's great.
Yes.
It's because of this new law. You'll be able to have a hairstyle like that in court.
Yeah,
To-
it would fit in my truck here
yeah.
because I think I have enough room
You
for
think, I guess you do
the
gotta consider height there.
yeah. So after some point, like 2.5 feet, I don't think I can fit my
Yeah.
hair in my truck
Now,
anymore.
this next article I didn't completely understand. So I obviously I wanted to bring it on while you were on here. So it says that Amazon antitrust lawsuit filed by DC attorney is thrown out in court. Now I gotta know this. Does this judge throw it out because he's just against antitrust stuff? I mean, who wants to be anti? Isn't trust good? I'm
Yeah,
confused about
you want
this.
trust in people, but like,
So what is
if something
antitrust?
antitrust comes out, yeah, you just throw it out of the court.
Okay.
I've seen people do that stuff all the time. Like,
So
if
if you
something
see antitrust, throw it out because trust is good, right?
you're supposed to trust in
Mhm.
people, and you're supposed to trust in the country and the government. And so if you're not doing that, and antitrust suits come up, no, you just take that and chuck it in a waste bin.
I got you. Oh, that's good to know. I was
And the
worried
paper
about that.
shredder. We had a paper shredder in the office, so that was probably one of the most advanced things we have.
So
So, yeah, actually, instead of the waste bin, you'd put it in the paper shredder,
Mhm.
and it makes it so it decomposes faster.
Oh wow! See, people don't realize this, but we need to keep Amazon around because if we get rid of Amazon, I mean, local businesses could start opening up again. And have you considered what that could do for the spread of COVID? I
Oh,
mean,
it'd be terrible.
it'd be
People
awful.
would be going outside more
People
instead of
go,
ordering
yeah,
from home.
Yeah, well, we definitely need to protect our rainforests. That's a good
yep.
point. So
Protect the rainforest, everybody. Remember that. Remember that.
in South America, I don't know how it's reliant on the other. I don't know how we rely on that existence of that rainforest, but
You know what? That rainforest, every single piece of paper you use is from the rainforest. I read that somewhere.
Wow.
really,
Yep.
Even my toilet roll.
Even your toilet roll now.
what
Wow.
Amazon are you talking about? I just remember this too.
This is Amazon US. I don't think not Amazon UK. Oh,
In
you
North
thinking
or
of
South
Amazon
U.S.
Brazil?
and in the North United States, North America, or South America, United States?
North America. Or you thinking of
We have an
different
Amazon there.
Yeah. No, the one with the smiley face?
Oh, I was thinking of the rainforest.
Oh.
I was thinking of it in the South United States of America.
Well, see-
I was thinking about the rainforest in like Brazil or something.
Oh, I understand.
Ah.
I understand
Easy
the
to mix.
confusion there.
Easy to
Yeah.
mix that up. So
All right. Well, this was recently caught on camera. A driver tries to beat a train. I think it's just more proof we don't need cars anymore. Yeah, I think.
what did the train do to him? That's what I wonder. Why would you try to beat up a train?
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, did the train do something to provoke him? I hardly doubt it. Now,
I can understand if the train is a non-EV and it takes like all this diesel and you've seen these people shoveling coal, right?
Sure.
The
Yeah.
shovels, constantly bringing up global warming temperatures
Yeah.
with their stupid coal consumption. I can see if this guy, as rightful as he is in his Tesla, pulling up and saying, "And what's your problem?
yeah.
Why are you doing this?" And so I would direct. Yeah, I don't blame him for directing it toward the train.
Well, it does look like he
Yeah.
was driving a truck here, though. So
Oh,
it's not.
maybe
Was
it's
it-
an EV
was it
truck.
It's
an
not the
electric
Cybertruck.
EV
No,
truck?
it wasn't the EV truck.
How do you know that?
You know what? Good point. I guess from this wreckage, it's hard to. I mean, that doesn't look like an engine on the ground there.
No, yeah.
I mean, that definitely could be a battery. Yeah, you're right. I don't know.
It's probably
have we
electric
considered the
vehicle
emotional
versus-
impact for the train of this collision?
Well, the train better know its place now because we're not in the 1940s anymore or 1900s, 1800s. We're done with these stupid coal burning trains.
That's the truth is the truth.
The fumes, the fumes they shoot out. I hate driving in this dang thing, and it's like 110
So
degrees
you think this was a
outside.
targeted attack? Is what you're saying? Is that they were trying to make a
Well,
point against the trains?
I'm sure it was. Yeah, it probably wasn't specific. It was probably targeting a train, and that was the first one to come up.
Yeah. Now our next, our last article in the recent news section actually is about the truckers, Andy. It says trucker
I know a
protesters.
whole lot about them.
They moved by more than opposition for COVID mandates. So I mean, you've been on the inside. What else is making these truckers go crazy? What are their unstated goals?
Well, I tried. I truly did. I truly tried to speak with these folk, and I tried to go in thinking they're just fine workers, fine American workers. They're not. They're a bunch of entitled babies,
Wow.
each and every one of them, and none of them can tell me why they wouldn't get the vaccine. They'd all say,
Wow.
because I don't want to. Really, that's your reason?
That's
You're
not
gonna
an
save-
explanation
Yeah,
at
I
all.
don't
You're not
want
going to
to.
save the world because you don't want to.
Come on, Superman didn't want to, but he still had to put his cape on every morning. #
Yeah.
relatable.
Yeah,
But we put
so-
our mask on instead of a cape.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm as much trucker as any of these guys. I'm in my what's this brand? Carhartts. You see that Carhartt?
That looks like a
Yeah.
trucker
Yeah,
brand.
do you know about that brand? They recently
Is that a trucker
started-
brand?
Yeah, big worker brand, and it's pretty. It's a pretty well company now.
You've got
so
the hat on that says sports. I think truck drivers like
Yeah.
sports.
They like sports. So, like I said, I mean, I've pretty
been
much
on the
assimilated
inside.
into this group
Yeah.
of people, and
And you can't, but you still don't understand why they won't get the vaccine.
I'm trying to, and I really am trying to understand, but they don't have any good reasons.
That's crazy. That is so crazy.
So what's going to happen now? Like, you just That's why I'm out here on the road.
What's going to happen now,
we
Andy?
need somebody to make
around
deliveries.
this part of the show, we do the Trump watch. So that's what's going to happen now.
Oh, let's do a
Oh,
Trump
this
watch
is this
now.
is the scary part.
All right, everybody, get ready. We are about to do the Trump watch. Da-na. All right, for our first article in the Trump watch, and I really got to warn you guys about this. Again, big trigger warning for you because Trump is very scary. Okay? But Hannity is finally putting out some truth for once. And they're just admitting it. They say that Putin's rally was his best attempt to look like Donald Trump. So even the mainstream media now is realizing that Putin and Trump are an item.
Are basically the same.
Yeah.
Thing.
They're the same person, pretty much. Just that one's Russian.
Do you think?
Which one?
That's a good question.
Oh, that's a good question.
They were saying Trump was Russian the whole time. Remember?
Have we got Trump's 23andMe results yet?
No, I haven't seen those. I haven't even seen his birth certificate. Remember they're making a
Have
whole
we
big
seen
deal
Trump's
about
birth
that.
certificate? Do we even know that he isn't like a Russian? You know,
we have no idea. And remember, he's making a big deal about Obama's birth certificate, and then Obama releases, and it was fine.
You know what that is? That's classic misdirection.
Yeah, definitely.
He's trying to put eyes on Obama's birth certificate because he knows we're going to see, that he was born in a hospital in Russia.
Yeah, I know something's up with him. I know something is up.
Yeah,
you can just feel it. You know what I mean?
You can just feel it, and luckily there were plenty of people who felt his negative intentions during the election, like Brian Kemp, who resisted Trump's pressures to overturn the Georgia election. I mean,
that's quite brave.
Thank you, Brian, for fixing democracy.
Right. Yeah, that is brave. So.
Yeah. Let's do a seasoning bless, everybody. Seasoning bless.
Yes.
Do we need any more proof than this that Trump was trying to steal the election?
Well, you didn't need proof to begin with. It was just obvious from the get-go that there was some sort of election meddling going on in 2016. Now, 2020, no, not at all. 2016, yes, there definitely was. You don't even need the proof to see that.
Wow, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about my stunned silence. It's just my co-host disappeared. Nev, was that Russian?
No, I'm good. I had a
was that
technical
Russian
hitch.
influence?
I had a technical hitch then, Nom. I'm good now.
Okay. It wasn't the Russians though, Nev. You're sure?
Well, I don't know. I can't confirm. I'm going to have to do like a forensic test afterwards.
Okay. That's scary. That is a little
Did you get
scary.
hacked?
I think I did, yeah. I mean, it was pretty terrifying.
Oh. Did you see anything on your screen?
Well, I don't see anything except you, and I'm pretty sure you're not Russian.
Okay.
I think you might be right. The next article here is saying that the U.S. Is going to go the way of Russia if Trump's allies, are not charged, and I can't agree more. We got to be afraid of these Reds. I'm glad that we're finally back to realizing how dangerous Russia is, right? And we should be afraid of them 24/7.
I'm glad America is finally gone back to its roots of being this. Being afraid. There's nothing bad that comes out of war.
No.
And so I'm glad that we're kind of back in this whole war thing. Trump was obviously the worst presidency of all the time, and when he was in there was no wars going on, so it was so boring.
I totally agree with you. You hit the nail on the head. In fact, a perfect transition to our next article. We are finally, and I'm let's do a Xi Jinping bless. We are finally in the post-Trump era. We got rid of him, and even though that there's still a chance that he's going to try to come back in 2044, we got to remember we're Biden boys, and we're going to stand strong against him. For Xi
Biden boys
Jinping.
for life. I have my tattoos, and people see. So I have a Nintendo Switch one too, but I have a Biden boy tattoo back here.
Yeah, because you're riding with Biden.
Yeah. I've always been riding with Biden. Always, ever since he hopped in that car, it just did it for me,
Yeah. Do you want to get in the car with him?
You know what?
Yes.
You know what else I'm down with forever?
What?
Critical race theory.
Wow.
And Trump apparently had wanted to put a stop to it. I'm glad that they released this is real. This is real news.
That's this whole thing that they think critical race theory exists and it doesn't. Not at all. It's just called standard teaching.
Okay. I
Yeah.
see. I was confused there because I was like,
I was
No, it
worried
doesn't.
for a
It's a
moment then, Andy.
conspiracy theory. How do you say that word?
conspiracy,
Conspiracy
con,
theory. Oh, okay.
spiri.
I guess I had a
Is it
little
not
bit of an issue.
conspiracy?
No, I think it's conspiracy. It's one word.
Oh, okay.
They've been pushing this thing, this
Yeah.
agenda that there's this deep, dark conspiracy of what is it called? What are they
Critical
calling it?
race theory.
Yeah, but it's all a bunch of bogus. They're not teaching that. They're teaching your kids math
Yeah, and
language. I shouldn't say English,
Yeah.
but
yeah.
language
Come on, English
and
is not the
and
only
uh,
language.
and pronouns and gender.
Yeah, which is I think it's what they should be learning at this age. They shouldn't
Yes.
be.
Yeah.
They
Kindergarten, preschool.
yeah. This is basic fundamental stuff.
I'll just say this: when I was in preschool, they didn't teach anything regarding gender in preschool.
Are you kidding
and I
me?
was bored. I was bored as heck.
Did you
I
even
was
know your
bored. I
pronoun
was
when
just
you were in
bored.
preschool? That's a scary thing. When we were in
Yeah,
preschool, we didn't even
Did,
know
did
our
you even know what
pronouns.
gender you were?
No, I didn't.
Wow.
It would have nice to have known when they told me.
I mean, there's so many.
you know.
Yeah, think about all the people who are being stunted in their transition in preschool. Awful.
Yeah, it's sickening. It's sickening what these
What Trump's
darn
America
Republicans
turned
are
into.
trying to do to these
I know.
kids.
I mean, it could have been worse. Back when I was in preschool, I was told I was a boy, which is, horrifying.
Exactly. Very scary.
It's literally brainwashing.
Yeah,
It
you
is.
should definitely wait until middle or high school because it is kind of hard to deal with something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really just, traumatic.
I think everybody should be non-binary until at least high school.
Yeah.
But
It's like,
I
I
would
believe
wait
that
until
when.
after college. I would just wait until you get your bachelor's in something because you're still finding yourself.
yeah,
Yeah.
You haven't found yourself until if you finally get your job or. I don't even know what
I
gender I
believe
am. I'll
that,
tell you that much.
that's amazing,
Look,
Andy. That
I believe that
you're still
when,
discovering.
Yeah.
I think that when babies are born, we should just give them numbers instead, so
Uh-huh.
that they can eventually decide their own name when they decide their own gender.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, I think a policy like that would really help improve everybody's feeling of personhood.
I
Yeah.
always thought that they shouldn't even be using names because even names have inflections with them. If you get like someone named like Marty, and then you have someone with like a Bartholomew,
Mhm.
that name. You
Yeah.
get this like dynamic where this person has a much cooler name sounding than Marty.
Yeah.
So I always figured that kids should have a shirt with like numbers so you can identify.
There you
And it
go.
doesn't have to be like a colorful shirt; it could just be black and white. But like just
Yeah.
With basic
0,
numbers.
1 with a hyphen. So
Mhm.
like that's a grade. It's a grade 1, and then like 16792BA. Just like
That's your
and then
identification number.
that's why, yeah, and that way you wouldn't have like people being
Well,
all,
there'd be less discrimination for sure.
Yeah.
absolutely. There'd be way less discrimination.
Wow.
I don't know why they don't adopt that sort of system.
I can't. They need to get us on the board of education because we really.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
We
Yeah.
really solved this whole thing.
I'll just get us in Congress already. I don't know
For
why
sure.
we're not there.
For sure. Now, Andy, I got to thank you so much for coming on here. We really appreciate you giving us your rural trucker perspective on everything.
Yeah, well, I figured there's enough time. I'm still on this road, and so I haven't. But the truck is just doing all the work. I just sleep around the whole time.
That's
so.
great.
Well,
Well, keep it up, Andy. Make sure to drive safe. Everybody watching, stay black, and we'll see you next time.
stay black.
And no more honking.
Yeah, no more honking. Come on, honkies.